Can we get started? Are they ready? We need to see. One second, we are almost ready for my favorite match that we're gonna have today, or yeah, today. Nice. Okay, we're into it. Nicholls State versus Lamar University Cardinals. Winner gets into the championship, and for me, the creator of Texas Rocket League, this is extra exciting because not only is this a Texas team, this is my alma mater right here, Lamar University, the Cardinals. I actually played Rocket League for the Cardinals when it first started the program. This was obviously not in CCS. This is their first season, and now they're playing for the chance to go to the championship. They're in their very first run. That was a close call we had there. Thankfully, we're able to keep them out. Now we're in the other half of the field. Some interesting names here. We got Munchie Taco from Nicholls State and Vati Graham. That's beautiful. What we need right now is to get out of the midfield. We need to see who strikes first in this best of 7. Winner, like I said, goes into the season 7 championship series. Right now, both teams just battling it out in the midfield. We saw both of these teams sweep their way into this matchup. Both teams beat the higher seed 4-0 to get here into the championship best of 7. And both of those are pretty surprising. You know, beating the higher seed is not easy. Both of them managed to do it. I will say Nicholls State did manage to do it against the first seed. That's the Vaqueros from UT RGV, and they get the first goal, showing that same amount of prowess here in game 1. A lot of openings here for Nicholls State. How does Lamar respond? Tries to fake them out. 4J4 giving it over to Duck. Duck was supernatural, if I might say, in their matchup against the Lumberjacks. He was a big part of getting this team to where they are right now. And here he is again, Duck, equalizing the game from a beautiful pass from 4J4. That was speed. Two minutes and 55 seconds left. We're just waiting to see who is able to come out on top in this first game. Team's very locked in the midfield for most of the game. A lot of double commits I'm seeing from Lamar, but it hasn't bit them that badly. A little bit of awkward rotation and positioning. Not able to get the ball there. 4J4 having to use the back of his car just to get that out into the midfield. Duck having to play a little bit of defense. Fantal just barely able to get the ball out into this corner, flicks into the net, but of course there's 2 defenders from Nicholls State ready for that one. Vatigram getting an extra touch that he should not have been able to do to pass it to Munchie Taco. Taco able to score that against the defender in net. Look at this pass from Vati. That is actually insane to be able to get that extra touch over the defenders, confusing everyone. That is going to make it very easy for his teammate to get another goal. Fantal having to bat that away, but only into the hands of Taco, who's very close to getting that double right there, getting that into a dangerous position. 4J4 having to come off the backside there just to get the ball away. A lot more awkward rotations from Lamar right now. They have been the more fierce competitor in CCS so far, but in this game, Nicholls State is showing why they were able to sweep the Vaqueros. This is a 3-1, the first game. I need Duck to come online. I think that's what we're missing a little bit. He does have a goal. He does have the only goal from Lamar, but right now they're still a little silent. Pass out to his teammate does not work out. Duck up in the air again. Not able to hold on to that ball. Just going to have to 50 that. Nicholls State, a lot better at getting the ball to each other and a lot better at capitalizing on those mistakes from the defense of Lamar. That's 4-1. Trifall just hammering these shots in. Kickoff going in the way of Nicholls State. And how jumping up to meet him quickly, but is not able to touch that. Neither is Trifall. Here we are back in the red corner. Duck trying to get it out, is barely able to get 150. Getting really awkward here. Vadigram able to keep that in the corner. Low boost on 4J4, but Fantao does get that out. Vati's gonna collect that. I wonder if his name is a play on Vatira. He might be inspired by him. And a double commit from Lamar. Fantao bumping his teammate off the ball, but a pass down to 4J4 is not connected. Where is the team play? We're not seeing the same speed we saw from the Cardinals that got them here into this game. Both of these teams swept their higher seed competitors to get here. Right now, Duck, a very awkward shot, but the defense from Nicholls State just completely out of time. Out of sync, they're just not able to get back. That one squeezed through. But it's a little too late. There's only 10 seconds to get 2 goals. Fantao's certainly going to try to squeeze one more and does not go in. Duck passes up to 4J4, is not able to get that shot. And that first game in this best of 7 goes to Nicholls State. That was a masterclass in game 1. That was really good. And unfortunately for me, my alma mater is now down in the series to start off, but no problem. They continue, and soon we'll get into game 2. Stella Umbra says that's just a warm-up in the chat. I love the Lamar love here in the chat. Thank you so much for being here. I have to be a little bit unbiased, even though this is my alma mater. So I'm glad that you guys are in the chat hyping Lamar up. Thank you so much. I'm seeing Taco is the GOAT. He was instrumental into this first game. But Trifall getting all of those goals, all from passes from Bodygram. That was actually insane from that first game. Here we go. Continuing into game number 2. Can Lamar figure out the steps they need to take to equalize this series? Turn it into a best of 5. What was missing last game from the Cardinals that won them their way into this series is a little bit more speed. I'm not saying they're the quickest team of all time. That's a shot from Trifall that just barely makes it in. But I am saying that they should be faster than that. Duck so slowly tries to get up to that ball that was already above him. Should have just turned around. A lot of nerves coming in. Clearly for the Cardinals. Fantao going to try to collect this ball. Is not quite able to. Just hands it off to the Taco right now. Bodygram up really quickly and just barely has a goal stolen from him by the crossbar. That is the kind of speed that I'm looking for in the Cardinals. It's just not happening. 4J4 jumps up, uses all of his boosts just to get this ball down to the midfield. Fantal, very awkward, is able to just get that into the corner before he's demoed and deleted from the field. Munchie Taco, a shot that 4J4 was expecting, flicks it to Graham. And right now, Trifall has a clear shot, but isn't able to take it. 4J4 again, trying to get that ball in the air. Duck having to race around. Bodygram's there first, gets it out into the center. 4J4 accidental backflip. A lot of awkward moves from this team. That's why they're just constantly stuck in this half. A jump from Fantal might be what the Nicholls State needed. He's able to get that into the midfield though. Taco just resets with his team, buying them some time, getting Trifall exactly where he needs to be, I will say, with no boost. Here's Bodygram, 15 two different teammates on Lamar. 4J4 going a little too fast for the ball, is unable to keep it in his possession. Another thing missing from the Cardinals right now is possession. They are not able to hold on to that ball, whether it's in the air or on the ground. Fantal putting it in the corner for his teammate. No, for himself. He takes it. He's feeling a lot more confident than his teammates. He's calling them off a little bit more, bumping them sometimes like we saw in the last game. 4J4 up, and the defender, Bodygram, is able to stop him before he gets a shot in. Taco just slowly carrying, flicks, and is able to make that from past the halfway point. That should not have happened. Where is our defense? 4J4 slowing down. We are not shadowing. That is basic 1v1 maneuvering that he's not able to do for his teammates or his team, so they get scored on again, 2-0, with almost half of the game gone. Duck up in the air to no avail. Gets bumped. Tries to 50. 4J4 demo. Duck is just trying to slow the ball down. It doesn't work. Fantal again trying to rush things. Might have not helped too much. What he needed was to make sure that Duck was confident in that defense. 3-0 with 2 minutes and 22 seconds. This is only game 2, but you don't want to start off with a 2-0 series score, as the Cardinals almost sneak one in. Look at that speed from Nicholls State. Just being so confident in each other, just trusting each other, jumping as soon as necessary. Trifall very awkwardly gets that ball to Munchie Taco. Right now, the midfield is really Nicholls State to play with right now. A shot from Trifall. Again, it's that trust. That ball gets into the midfield. Vadi just gives that extra touch that Trifall needs. Knows exactly where to go with it. The communication is key right now. Nicholls State 4-0 in game 2. And me personally, hoping it's not a 4-0 in the series for Nicholls State. I need to see some fight from the Cardinals. Very awkward here in the red half, right in front of the goal. Fantal barely able to keep that away from the red half. Goes right back in. Not a lot of boost I'm seeing from the Cardinals. Not being used efficiently. 4J4 does jump quickly. Fantal makes that 2. 4J4 just barely hits the crossbar. Oh, that was a great play. Just didn't work out. Another shot blocked out by Trifall. Is this showing that they have a little bit more confidence, a little bit more speed and communication? Maybe, but it just still did not work out. Another shot couldn't be angled in. Right now, the Cardinals are keeping them in their white half. Doesn't work out. The post is there to stop them. Then Vatigram is there to stop them. So many shots coming in. Not enough. Just peppering the net right now. The difference here is that finally Duck is able to, in the last 19 seconds, get 1 goal. I don't know if they can get 3 at the rate they're going. The difference here is that Nicholls State has 1 more shot than them and 3 more goals. Here's Trifall up again. Almost making that in, having to be stopped, but Taco picks up the pieces, able to make all of Trifall's efforts worth it. 4J4 just barely banging that off the crossbar. Wasn't enough and needed to get a better hit than that. 5-1. The Cardinals score once and Nicholls State make them pay. In the dying seconds of game number 2, Body stops 1 more shot backwards and just make sure that no more damage can be done. Game 2 goes to Nicholls State. Lamar is starting to get backed into a corner, the same corner that they put the Lumberjacks in just 1 week ago. Nicholls State did have an incredible upset against UT Rio Grande Valley. So this is not too surprising that they're able to come up with the series lead like this. As we get into game 3, I just want to hope that the Cardinals can make this a series. Seeing more and more love for Nicholls State here in the chat. But of course, Stella Umbra also here saying Duck got this and the other 2 will follow. That's a lot of belief in his team. Finally, game 3. Can the Cardinals bring this back? Can they figure out what they're missing? Right now, it seems like Fantal's the only one with speed and with, you know, shots that he wants to call. But they did have a little spark of life in the last 30 seconds of that game, too. Can they capitalize on that momentum? Or is that 5th goal from Nicholls State enough to slow them down again? Here's another chance. 4J4 awkward, not able to stop that. Duck is able to stop that shot from Taco. Passed out from his teammate. Another pass from Trifall. Body stops that in the midfield, but he's met by Duck, who does not get that stop. Fantal is able to with no boost. Very low boost most of the time in games 1 and 2 for the Cardinals. That could be one key that stopped them from scoring. 4J4 getting that ball close to the net. Not enough. But the pressure is here now. 4J4 having to collect that ball as his teammates reset, giving them time. That is a good play. Here's another good play from the Cardinals. 4J4 takes that pass, kisses the crossbar, and scores first in game number 3. Finally, Lamar has a lead in any of these games. Could that spell disaster for the Nicholls State? Could that possibly be where it starts to go downhill for them? Only time will tell. And as much as I want to be biased for my alma mater, 1 goal is not enough for the Cardinals. Can they get another? No. The post is met. And the score stays 0-1 for Nicholls State. Duck a little awkward, trying to slow Taco down. Fantal collects the ball. This midfield is usually governed by Nicholls State, and that has been one of the key factors as to why the Cardinals are so awkward. They just have to react to everything. There's a shot that is expertly stopped by Vadigram. Duck not able to angle that in. That was close for both teams. Paco calling his teammate off, or being called off rather. Nicholls State going a little too slow now. Double committing, bumping each other. This could be an opening. Fantal fakes it for his teammate who isn't there. We'll call that a fake. Puts that into his corner, but it's going to bounce out very quickly. Trifle able to make him panic a little bit. Duck tries to take over. Just pushes the ball and his teammate away. Bodygram is trying to play ring around the rosy with the ball here. There's more time spent in the Cardinals half. Incredible pinch from the Cardinals to get that ball out to 4J4, and now they've doubled the lead. That I don't know if they even planned that. I cannot tell you, but to me it was beauty. 2-0 for the Cardinals in game 3, but they're gonna need a lot more than that to start winning in this series. A shot from Nicholls State sent wide. 4J4 getting around an opponent, getting around two. There's one in the middle. Duck, can he get it to himself? He can, but he just does not shoot with a lot of accuracy there. Fantal working extremely hard to keep that in his own possession in the other half. Fantal going up again, but he's met quickly. 4J4 having to put a stop to that. 2 go for the Cardinals. They do get the stop, but it's still dangerous in their half. Fantal moving up to steal boost. Thankfully, he had time. 4J4 bought it for him. Flip reset. He's met by a defender. Taco in the corner here, trying to fake them out, trying to figure out how to get past these renewed Cardinal defenders. Fantal doesn't care. And I can say officially, every member of the Cardinals has a goal. Three to 0 for the Cardinals with only a minute left. This is a good sign for the Cardinals as they were down 2-0 in the series. 4J4 jumps to meet that ball before it even gets anywhere outside of this half. The pressure has started to build for Nicholls State. Now it's them on the back foot with a big lead from the other team with not much time left. Great shot from 4J4, but greater save from Nicholls State. A team bump. Oh, we're at it. And Duck will just keep this ball in the back half. Buy them some time. Time that Nicholls State desperately needs and will not have. 5 seconds, 3 goals, not going to happen. Going to call game number 3 for the Cardinals. Is this a comeback? As the clock is still at 0, the ball's still up. Taco tries giving his team a little bit of momentum, but it's stopped by Fantal. Still not out. Finally hits the ground. The Cardinals get game 3. Stop the momentum from Nicholls State. That was a key victory. If they lost that one, it might have been over. Three to 0. The Cardinals able to make the Cardinals quiet finally. All they had to do was score first and keep up that defense. Celumbra in the chat, very happy about this game 3 performance. A reminder now that whoever wins this makes it to the CCS championships for season 7. This will be the first one I believe for either team, the Cardinals is their first season. I know that for sure. I believe it's Nicholls State's first season as well. You can correct me if I'm wrong. So either team wants to win so badly to set a precedent that they are competitors in their regions and across the nation. As game 4 starts, Nicholls State gets that first look. It is stopped out. Fantal hits the ball past the defender, just didn't roll in. 4J4 just waiting in that midfield. The Cardinals do like to have a very classic NA defense where they keep one man back. It's 1-2-3 positioning most of the time. Nicholls State in the first 2 games very offense heavy. So I haven't quite seen what their defense is really up to. They haven't had too much time needing it or having a good defense, because in game 3 could not get as many stops as they wanted to. Game 4, they're having to stop a barrage of shots and awkward setups from the Cardinals. Munchie Taco out of boost. He's not going to get this shot. Just going from one half to the other, one goal to the other. Fantal not giving his teammate that ball, giving his teammate this one maybe. Stopped out by the Nicholls State defense. Tries to back pass, tries to get a back pass from Duck. Fantal is going to have to do this with no boost. A little bit of communication errors coming from the Cardinals, but it does not matter. Still in the midfield. Fantal gets bumped. Let's see what Graham can do with this opening. 2 go from the Cardinals. Better 2 go than no one. Tri-fall awkwardly getting that ball closer and closer to the Cardinal goal. Flip reset from Fantal, goes in past 2 defenders. He is feeling confident. Look at this setup. He's just waiting. Gets the flip reset and knows immediately that he has to use it. Gets past 2 defenders and scores first for the Cardinals. Could this be another good luck charm that they needed? Oh, Graham hits him with his own flip reset. 1-1 in game 4. Just some hero shots. Fantal landing and having to reconcile with the fact that the other team can do that too. Half of this game gone. We're all tied up again. Quick shot from 4J4. The rebound not going to another teammate. Very close. The offense of both teams are warmed up. They're both ready. Fantal having to try to get that ball to his teammate. Doesn't work out. Tri-fall's there. 50 from him. From Graham is going Nicholls State's way. 4J4 does get that ball out. Trying to confuse the other team. Makes it awkward for everyone involved. Finally, Graham gets that away from himself. 4J4 side flips. Don't know if he meant to do that. Duck trying to go up. He uses all of his boosts just to slow the ball down. Get that into the Nicholls State corner here. Everyone just kind of getting any hit that they can. They don't want possession to be in the other half. On the other side, they just want to make sure they swat that ball away, sometimes leading to very awkward positions for both teams. Right now, we've spent a considerable amount of time in this Nicholls State half. We're going to continue as 4J4, flip reset, trying to get that to his teammate. Does get it to Fantal, who scores it immediately past 1 defender. Great play, great setup, did not require too much speed, just precision. Look at that communication. Calling up Fantao to come into the middle, get ready for that pass, and expertly slot it in. 2-1 for the Cardinals right now. Last time they scored, Nicholls State was able to show them, yeah, we can do that too. So now they need to come up with their own team play, if they can, after some prolonged pressure in this red half. Close, but not quite there. Fantao just trying to buy some time as the clock is about to hit 30 seconds. The lead from the Cardinals. Duck able to slip one in. Really should not have gotten that shot for free. A team bump leading to some awkward backboard defense that did not work out for Vatigram. He was covering that backboard while his teammate was on the ground. Neither of them able to get there and flip correctly to put a stop to the shot. 3-1 for Lamar. 4J4 is just going to watch this ball sail into his corner. 15 seconds is enough time for 2 goals. But it's the clock's being ran down by both teams. Even Munchie Taco not able to get the ball where he needs it to go. Here's one forward, and now the time will run down. 2 goals, not possible. Lamar ties up the series. Nicholls. You know, and I knew that. Lamar ties up the series with Nicholls State. Two to 2 each way. Lamar finally coming up with their own offense after those first 2 games. Can they keep it up? That's the real question. Trifall has a 6-7 tag on. I don't know what that means exactly, but it I don't want them to win now. Just kidding. It's fine. A lot of pressure coming in from the chat right now. Both wanting their teams to make a miracle happen, not to sell the series. It's all tied up now, so we'll have to see who can come out ahead. Soon we'll get into game number 5. Seems like they need a second, and they're ready now. Game number 5. Whoever wins this game is just 1 away from getting into the championship. 4J4, awkward back pass, manages to accidentally demo a teammate or demo an opponent. Doesn't matter. Munchie Taco's there to get the first goal for Nicholls State. Fantao, a very weak clear. You cannot do that. At this level, you will get punished immediately. Lamar is going to have to learn how to play from an even score. I was going to say being 1 down again, but immediately a pass from Fantao meets 4J4. So quickly, we even up the game. Fantao trying to get a flip reset. Doesn't get past even the first defender, but does keep it in their half. That pressure was so monumental for the last 2 games for the Cardinals. They just have to keep it up. Awkward from Nicholls State. A little bit of a bump from Trifall to keep that shot from coming in. Vatigram's going to have to chase this one down. Does not get a great pinch. 4J4 able to shoot that out into the middle. His teammate not there. The communication missing. That pass, not what he needed. 4J4 maybe could have held onto that ball. Tries to get it to Duck, and Duck is not turned around fast enough. He's not there yet. He's not ready. They get scored on for that slower rotation. Weren't ready yet. Fantal. A clear, not the strongest, still in this red half. Batigram and 4J4 each getting their own 50s. 4J4 getting that speed. Gonna need a little help from a teammate. Duck trying to get that ball to them. Is stopped by a couple defenders from Nicholls State. Here's possession from Fantal. Keeping it up. Going to go for that flip reset. Does land. Is that all three defenders getting absolutely demolished just by Fantal? 1, 2, and 3. That's the power of Texas Rocket League. That's the Cardinals. That's my alma mater, baby. I could not do that when I played Rocket League for the Cardinals for like 3 games, but Fantal able to do it. Gonna try again. Not able to get that flip reset, but the ball does get to Duck, does get to 4J4. Still pressure on this half of the field. Just needs to bump that player. Munchy Taco not able to get bumped. Is able to get that out of their half, out of danger. Quick passes from the Cardinals. All 3 players from Nicholls State in the same corner. Both teams starting to get a little awkward, but it's just from the speed. They're starting to play a little faster than they can talk, clearly. Going on instinct now. 4J4 passing up the ball. Taco also passing up the ball. Everyone's playing too fast to communicate, too fast to communicate even to the ball where it should be going. Duck having to hit that ball backwards just to keep it out. 4J4 letting the opponent hit that for him. That 50 not going Fantal's way. Duck, weak clear. What is with these weak clears? 4J4 coming out to help his teammate. Awkward for Fantal right now. Does get into the corner. 4J4, no boost, having to keep that ball going. Fantal coming in for the help. Pass to Duck. Again, Duck was just a little out of where he needed to be for his teammate. These touches aren't perfect from the Cardinals, and that's what's stopping them from getting ahead in this game. Speaking of perfect touches, Batigram needed a perfect touch there. Keep that out of his own net. A shot goes in and is stopped for just a moment until Duck able to slam it back in. Picks up the pieces. That shot from 4J4 needing both defenders to jump. That was actually a fantastic play from the Cardinals, making the defenders jump up. This is tense. This is actually an intense series from 2 teams that swept their way here, 4-0'd their opponents who were each higher seed. And they're both playing for their championship lives right now, trying to make it there. 1 minute left and the Cardinals are up by 1, but so quickly that can change right now. Trifall is just having to collect this ball. Is met by Fantal. Neither of them gets a hit. 4J4 having to awkwardly get that into his corner, into safety. Misses the boost. Fakes out the 2 opponents. Just trying to slow the ball down, get himself and his teammates some time. Duck will try to collect, but there's Nicholls State's defenders starting to swarm. Munchie might have needed to leave that for his teammate, sorry. Right now it's in the corner with 18 seconds left. Nicholls State running out of time. Nicholls State starting to send multiple people up. Taco launches that ball. Is it enough? 4J4. Ball control is evil, says the chat. And Lamar is 1 game win away. 1 game win away from getting into the CCS Season 7 championships in their very first season in CCS. They are making me proud. Taco left and joined the match. Don't know if it was some kind of car change or not. The Cardinals started off slow, but boy, did they catch up. One game away from getting into their first season's championship. Game number 6. Starts off with a little bit of power play here. All three of Nicholls State going forward, starting to bump each other, getting demoed. Their play dematerialized instantly, but Taco still gets a great shot in. Stopped by Fantao. Slowed down. 4J4 not able to get there. Great pass and great shot from Nicholls State, leaving the defense so awkward. Duck having to guess where that shot's going to come in at, guessing incorrectly. 4J4 leaving the net early without getting a touch is so dangerous for your teammates. You have to help them out. If you're just getting back to the net, you're leaving them in such a vulnerable position. But I know why he had to go forward. He just needed that touch, though. Stella Umbra started to talk some smack, saying Nicholls State needs the hope of scoring first in game number 6. They also scored first in game number 5, and they still lost that. So they need to keep this up right now. Trifall having to leave this up to Vatigram. So awkward from both teams. Fantel trying to get that out. Graham keeping it here in the red half for just a moment. Fantel trying to get that pass, but not enough power, not enough speed. Not able to get to that ball. You see Nicholls State forming their 1-2-3 formation, instantly getting cut off. Back into Nicholls State half. They're having a lot of trouble keeping this pressure off. They clearly have some telegraphed plays that the Cardinals have understood. Fantao trying to get that flip reset, is able to pancake just barely. 4J4 is going to be there to finish the job. They tie up the game. Fantao doing so much work there, almost scoring that. 4J4 kind of stealing the ball, stealing the goal there, but it's okay. You have to put it in. You have to finish the job. They tie up the game. With a lead in the series, the Cardinals, one goal could be what takes it all. Vatigram having to jump up as the last defender, trying to stay with that. Isn't able to. 4J4 picking up the pieces of that defense. Trying to bump and steal that ball from Nicholls State, not able to. Fantao using all of his boost to catch up to this ball. Might not have needed to, still isn't able to, but does get a boost steal. A lot more boost for the Cardinals throughout these past few games. Been able to manage them and get some boost steals that have made a big difference right now. 4J4 making a big difference in the defense. Fantao making a big difference, getting that ball forward. Is not going to get a boost steal, but is going to move the ball into an advantageous position. Duck going a little too slow for that. Defenders had already booted that ball away. 4J4 awkward, but still 50ing that ball down to his teammate. Duck buying some time for his teammates to gather up some boost and some sense. 4J4 using all of his boost to get that 50 almost to a goal. Two Cardinals in that same corner. Didn't matter. 4J4 is trying to slow that ball down. Awkwardly gets it to Fantao, but it gets it to him nonetheless. Duck hitting the post from a pass from Fantao. Does not matter, that possession is still there. Demo on the field opens up some space and time. Taco getting that ball out to no avail. Immediately back into the hands of the Cardinals. They are playing a lot better than their first few games. And they're getting demoed and bumped out of the way for retribution right there. So close to the net of Nicholls State. So much pressure coming in from the Cardinals. Some pressure just barely alleviated for 1 second by Nicholls State. 45 seconds left. One goal could be the difference maker for the Cardinals. Nicholls State needs the hope, leaving the ball out, but getting there first. Try fall past one defender. It can't bump the other. 4J4, no boost, still able to make that stop. This one's awkward. This one's very awkward. Voxy Graham pounces on it, pushes it in with all his might. Like I said, that boost is so key for the Cardinals. They didn't have any. No momentum able to get on that ball. So they just weakly hit that ball in front of their net. And Nicholls State capitalizes. $14 seconds for the Cardinals to figure out how to not get into Game 7. 10 seconds now. It's not looking good. They really needed that to go their way. Nicholls State able to get an extra one for the road, just to secure that last second. Even with a good kickoff, we are going to Game 7, boys. Once again, the series is tied up. We are going to game number 7. I actually cannot believe it. I don't know how on earth we've gotten here. Why is it always me to get these interesting Cardinal score lines? Chad is saying Nicholls in 7. Taco's him. Emberwing Esports here. They needed the hope. Game 7 starting now. Winner of this game goes to the championship. I actually cannot believe this. It broke down so last minute for the Cardinals in the final game. In that final game. Can they keep it together for game number 7? A little bit of awkward plays here. Getting that ball out to Taco, who just scores it. 4J4, no boost, bangs that into his own wall to get the ball out, but it really just gives the ball away to Taco, and he doesn't have any boost to keep that out. Fantal also no boost. The Cardinals start the game by getting scored on 20 seconds in. I can't believe it. That could be the goal that sends Nicholls State into the championships. 4J4 trying to flick that in, isn't able to. Fantal was there trying to get that ball down. They need to be confident. They need to get a hold on their boost. They need to keep possession. And they need a hero shot from Fantal like they did in game number 3. Right now, it's not looking like they're going to get any of those things. Fantal taking the ball for himself with no boost. Going to try to musty just to get the ball to his teammate. Duck does collect for just a second. The entire Cardinals now in the back half, in the back foot. No boost for the entire team. It's really, really starting to go downhill for the Cardinals. They are not able to keep anything online. That speed is gone. They're playing on instinct, and it's not enough right now. They have to be a little smarter in their possession and their play style. 4J4 juking out his own teammate. Getting it to Fantal, who does not turn for the ball. Duck coming in. It's a little close for comfort, but Vatigram is here with the flip reset to try to send that in. 4J4 getting it out to his teammate, who is awkward in the corner. The possession goes right back to Nicholls State. Fantal coming in to help his teammates out. Pass to 4J4. And through the confusion, the Nicholls State defender unable to even touch the ball. I think he was trying to avoid a demo from the Cardinals, who tie up the game. Now, truly, it could be, again, one goal that makes a difference for either team. Fantal flip reset over two defenders, not able to get past both of them. But the pressure is on now. 4J4 leaving that for Fantal, who shoots it, scores, and 2-1 for the Cardinals in Game 7 to go into the championships. Fantastic play from the Cardinals. The demo, the bump, the fear, the double tap, the fake, the pass, everything going their way for just as short of a time as you could imagine. Kickoff goes Vati's way. Instantly able to get there. Duck, I don't know if he turned the wrong way after getting the boost. Score is tied, 2 minutes and 21 seconds. Once again, one goal could make all the difference. Each team fighting for their lives. Vati not able to shoot that. Does get it out to his teammate, who hits the crossbar. Tri-fall, hitting the post. Fantal just lucky that it hit the post. Trying to flick that over. Vatigram didn't work out. Flip reset into the corner. He's going to awkwardly stop the ball. He should have maybe left his teammate there to scoop that ball up. He was probably too far away. Minute and 40 seconds. One goal could make the difference. Taco trying to make sure that goal is not from the Cardinals. The pressure building again on the Nicholls State side. A pass, a bump. 4J4 misses. Fantal gets that boost steal. Slows the ball down, lets his teammates recover. So awkward for each team. That is not a great defensive stop. Fantal swatting the ball away, not strong enough, no boost, did not get enough velocity on that ball. Duck, again, very weak. Hit. Fantal having to scoop that ball. Keep possession this time, not swat it out weakly. That was scary for Vatigram. He had to make sure that he didn't bang that ball into his own net. 50 seconds left. Now we're back in the red half. Corner Fantal, flip reset over one. Is he going to make that? Taco extending his car. Make sure it doesn't go in. 4J4 going up into the air himself. Gets met by Vatigram. Fantal swats it away. No boost, but he does get a second touch. Taco being so fantastic on his own goal line. Able to stop all of these plays from coming in. Fantal awkwardly jumps. Knows he can't hit that. Taco tries to be the hero on the other end of the field now. Isn't able to. 10 seconds. Are we going to overtime? Because we're 5 seconds away from going to overtime. Game 6. Winner goes to the championship. It's right in front of the Nicholls State goal. Someone just needs to be there. 4 so close. Of course we're going into overtime. They have to keep their cool because I have lost it all. Duck up. Taco up. Fantal having to watch as Nicholls State gets a team bump. Fantal's going to try to flick that ball up to his teammate. It's not enough. 4J4 is going to fake it out for his teammate again. Duck just needed a strong hit, isn't able to. 4J4, Fantal, excuse me, knows he has to keep this ball out. Taco not coming in fast enough for that open net he had for half a second. That's enough time for these teams to capitalize. It didn't this time. Duck swatting the ball away very weakly. Pantal with boost is met by Vatigram. It's in the red half. 4J4 jumps awkwardly. So does Duck. He has to keep this ball in his possession. Is able to, just for a moment. Cardinals trying to figure out who's taking the ball. They elect for 4J4 as he has the most boost. Could get the most momentum on the ball. 2 whiffs coming from either side. 4J4 just barely touching that ball. Pantal again trying to get that ball over to Duck. This is intense because both teams are clearly feeling the pressure. In my eyes, in my completely unbiased opinion, that shot from 4J4 needs to go in, and it does. My completely unbiased opinion, the Cardinals were playing much, much better, but had a little bit more nerve coming into this series. Doesn't matter. They're able to ice out the opponents. They go to their championship series in their first season with CCS. That's my alma mater, baby. GG's.